Today on Sporting Top 10, we'll be counting down the top 10 fantasy football tight ends for the 2017 NFL season. But first, we have one honorable mention. I put Zach Ertz as an honorable mention because many people overlook his talent. And with sophomore QB Carson Wentz, the Eagles are a dark horse to go far into the playoffs this year. And now on to the list. Number 10 is Evan Engram. Now, Evan Engram is the newly acquired draftee from the University of Ole Miss. He plays for the Giants, and the Giants have playmakers all around him. Odell Beckham Jr., newly acquired. Brandon Marshall from the Jets. He posted great stats in college at the aforementioned Ole Miss. Eli has success with tight ends in the past with Jeremy Shockey, and could be a potential steal in the fantasy draft and top tight end for years to come. Number 9 is O.J. Howard. Now, O.J. Howard was recently acquired from Alabama through the draft and could be one of Tampa Bay's new top targets as Jameis Winston now enters his prime. And O.J. Howard is a little bit bigger than the average NFL tight end, but he's faster than the average NFL tight end. He's a freak athletically. And his team has weapons like Mike Evans and newly acquired Deshaun Jackson. He has Gronk-like abilities, and there's really no risk in taking Howard in your draft. Like Evan Engram, he's a top target in fantasy for years to come. Number 8 is Jimmy Graham. Now, Jimmy Graham is entering his third season with the Seattle Seahawks after being a stud for the New Orleans Saints. And my reasons for having him at 8 are that he's entering the later stages of his career. And he had a couple down years with the Seahawks. It might be a risk taking him, but he still has that big playability. He still shows flashes of his days with the Saints. Number 7 is Tyler Eifert. Now, Tyler Eifert is entering the prime of his career coming out of a quality school like Notre Dame. And this is the reason why I put him here. He has great physical ability. He's very tall with a big catch radius. The Bengals are also playing the third easiest schedule with defenses like the Browns, the Bears, and the Jets, both in the lower tier of the league. And Eifert is just a solid pick. Number 6 is a tandem of tight ends from the Cleveland Browns, Gary Barnidge and David Njoku. Now, the Browns don't have many experienced targets besides Kenny Britt, and Gary Barnidge has proven in the past couple seasons that he's very solid, so that's why I put him here. But I also put David Njoku in because he has great potential for the Cleveland Browns coming out of the University of Miami. And I wouldn't take either of them if you're in like a smaller league of 6 to 10, but in a bigger man league, they are decent picks. Number 5 is Greg Olsen. Now, Greg Olsen is Mr. Consistency, and he's always solid. He's always on the field, too. And with Cam due for a breakout year after his disappointing year last year, Greg Olsen is a top target this year, and he always puts up good numbers. Number 4 is Jordan Reed of the Washington Redskins. Now, Jordan Reed is one of Kirk Cousins' top targets. He's great for points per reception leagues, but he's risky due to injury. But he's always a great pickup. Number 3 is Travis Kelce from the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, Travis Kelce is one of Kansas City's main targets with Alex Smith at the quarterback. He is smack dab right in the middle of his prime. And the downfall is, though, Kelce doesn't have a season with 5 or more touchdowns, but he is the safest pick with the best upside with little and injury risk this season. Number 2 is Martellus Bennett from the Green Bay Packers. Martellus Bennett was the backup of Rob Gronkowski last year on the New England Patriots, but he still had a solid year, posting good points. And now he's the starter with probably the best quarterback skills-wise, Aaron Rodgers. But the downfall might be he might not fit with this new team, but he is a solid pick. Number 1 is Rob Gronkowski, also known as Gronk from the New England Patriots. Now, Rob Gronkowski has unmatchable upside with Tom Brady as his quarterback, and he is highly skilled, posting great numbers when healthy, but he does have a big injury risk, but the risk might pay off if he plays a lot of the games this year. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Sporting Top 10.